Hello YouTube, this is DJ Vendetta. So on this next episode, I'm going to go over HVAC, heating and air conditioning. What does that mean? Well, depending on what type of climate you're in, you're probably going to want it, either or both of those amenities. Heating, for the cold nights, and AC during the day. So what are your options? Well, when it comes to heating, in my opinion, there's only one good viable option. And that's the little buddy, or Mr. Heater, little buddy, whatever, propane heaters. They're cheap to run. They're relatively inexpensive to buy, and they're reliable. Some may ask, well, why not go with, something like electric heat? Well, you're either going to have to run your vehicle to keep your batteries charged. You're going to need a inverter that can put out enough wattage to be able to run that electric heater, or you're gonna need a huge battery bank set up with a lot of solar to be able to run that electric heater. And doing anything with electricity when it comes to heat is all about inefficiency. The way an electric heater works is by having a heating element that is, non-efficient. And that's what actually creates the heat. So it draws a lot of power to run an electric heater. So, in my opinion, I wouldn't run anything electric or anything that's dependent on running your engine for heat. Okay, well, that pretty much sums that up. Go with the mystery heater, little buddy heater, and you won't go wrong. Just make sure you have proper ventilation, and a carbon monoxide, detector. Also, on the heater aspect, if you can afford it, and you can have the vehicle that will be able to, how should I put it? You basically have enough space and a way to run the exhaust vent, or, the chimney, is by going with some sort of like Kimberly stove. Those things are awesome. Justin Incredible, he's got one. I haven't, seen one in person, but I like them a lot because you're just in there burning wood. Wood is readily available. Yeah, it's not as good on the environment as maybe some other options, but if you have a wood-burning stove or wood-burning heater that is very good at burning off most of the wood and not producing so much soot and ash, well then, that's not too bad. I really like those. But at the end of the day, I don't really think that they're the greatest option because they take a lot of space and they're very expensive. I like them, but with those reasons, I don't think I'd probably have one. So again, back to the little propane heater. Okay, so what next? Well, that'd be AC. AC. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing to have. I have AC in the back of the ambulance. Thankfully, it was already installed and it runs off of the factory AC from the cab, from the engine. But I have to run the engine to be able to have my AC. So that can get costly, especially if I'm using it a lot. What I found is, crack your windows. Let your body get adjusted to the climate. be in an area that doesn't get too hot. Like down in Houston, it would get hot down there, and it would just be miserable with the humidity and all that. So that's one reason why I moved. Came out to the West Coast again. Because honestly, since I've been here, I haven't needed it at all. I haven't even ran my AC, when I'm driving. Just roll down the windows and drive. And it hasn't been too hot. So when it comes to AC, it's an expensive thing to do. You're going to have to run, either a lot of solar, have a huge battery bank, or run your engine, a lot to be able to run that AC. Or you're going to have a generator. And unless you have like a Class B motorhome, a generator is not going to be the easiest thing to just strap to your rig and be incognito and be stealth about it. I mean, heck, even the Class B motorhomes with the generators, they're not very quiet, rather loud. So you're not going to be incognito with that. You're not going to be stealth. So running AC is not something I really advise to do. Figure out another way. Either move to a different area where it's cooler, or you can also do other things like, install a fantastic fan or something of the like. Keep the ventilation going. Make sure that you can keep fresh air cycling throughout the vehicle, and that'll help. Like, I crack my windows. I've got 2 roof vents. I did, well, not me personally, because it hasn't worked since I got it, but there is a fan motor in one of the vents, but it doesn't work because the fan blades are broke. So that's on one of my lists to figure out a solution for that. Thinking about using like some sort of, like a computer fan. I'm going to install that up in there. Nice thing is I've already got the wiring, I've already got a housing for it, and I've already got a switch for it. So I just basically need to take out the old motor and wire in a new fan. So that way I'll have ventilation. I'm going to be getting a solar panel here very soon that hopefully I can just, have enough power from the solar when I'm gone during the day and my dog's in the, in the vehicle. Not that I've ever had my dog in the vehicle where it's been too hot for her to be in here by herself. I've never put her in that position and never will. But I can make it even a little bit more comfortable. Or when I'm in the back, being able to have that fan running and keeping the ventilation going. So those 2 things are pretty much the cheapest way to try to keep yourself comfortable. Again, Mr. Heater, buddy heater, and ventilation. Those 2 things will help out a lot. Going with some sort of, expensive AC unit or expensive heating unit. Yeah, if you've got the money and you've got the financial ability to keep on running those things, then, by all means. But for the most of us that are getting into this whole van life, it's all about saving money and not spending it. So when it comes to AC, I just don't personally really run it. If it does get too hot in here and I'm not going to be here with my dog, then I'll go ahead and run the AC. I've done it multiple times when I was down in Houston. Just got too hot out and I'm at work or whatever, so I'll go ahead and, start the engine, lock the doors, and have her in the back with the AC running. She was comfortable. She loved it. My pocket didn't, but I had to do what I had to do to take care of my dog. So that'll be it on the HVAC, the heating and air conditioning. Until next time, YouTube.